And here we are, my first ever 2K18 Pro-Am video on LHR Sports. Anyway, here we go, get going. I kick it out to Dub City, take a couple dribbles to his left, and he's gonna bang that one in. Alright, so the lineup's looking like griffsny, myself, Pure Sharp at the 3, 6'10". Got a playmaking Sharp with Dub City. And we got another Pure Sharp with Death Bomber. And iTRY Money is our center. So those were our core four that night. I think we played 3 games, and this one was definitely my favorite. We played these guys again because it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. But anyway, yeah, we were playing these guys. They had 2 guys who really dominated us just because of skill, and that was Black Gorilla, who pretty much made any shot he took, as you can see, bang. And then they had their center, Almighty KT, and he was kind of beasting on us in the boards and not really giving us many looks. It was kind of tough to get inside, and that's why our center didn't really score a lot. Anyway, so yeah, this is our core 4. Right now, we got a couple other guys looking for tryouts. We got JRod _ Tar Heels, who was a couple players. He's a slash and a center. A-Love the Beast has a slashing shot creator, which is a really good build for the Pro-Am. But right now, we've only got 4 guys on, and with only 6 guys really on your roster and a couple other guys who might hop on occasionally, anybody who wants a tryout, hit me up. You can hit me up down in the comments right here, or you can hit me up on PSN at griffsny, GRIFFSNY there in the top right. I wasn't being as aggressive as I would like, you know. My aggressiveness will pick up later. Sorry if that sounded a little cutty weird. I messed it up. Anyways, so here are... This is pretty much our offense. Just dribble around up top with our guards and stuff, and hopefully a play can work out. So yeah, our team doesn't really have the best field goal percentage all the time, but we play solid defense, and our defense would be more than solid if we could get a new 5th, like I just said. Because right now we can't really run a very good zone, because the AIs, like, you can change the settings to make it run a zone, but honestly the AI just doesn't do a very good job of it. And there's Death Bomber with a 3. So now that you guys got the gist of things, I'm going to start doing a little bit more commentating. And there's Black Gorilla again. So yeah, he kind of just destroyed us during this game. And yeah, so Death Bomber's probably our best shooter right now. And this is my first game ever playing with him. I've never played with Death Bomber before. And there we're diving for it. And iTRY Money with a really nice timeout. That's something we like to cheese a little bit when the game has you diving out of bounds with the ball. We spam the touchpad, or whatever you want to call it, the big square rectangle button in the middle. Call that timeout. Make sure we get the possession, because you have 7 and they chop it down to 3 in the 4th quarter no matter what. So they're just trying to pick Dub City's pockets, but no. Nope. Here's Dub City saucing them up. Ooh, saucing them. iTRY fade, not even close. That was more of a shot clock issue than anything else. Nice little tip pass from the AI, goes right to him, gets offensive rebound off LD, and I get allow offensive rebound, and I get breakdown, and I get dropped from a solid B- to a C+. Which maybe I do want the VC, maybe I need the VC. Maybe I got another build cooking up. You never know. Speaking of another build, the Pure Sharp is my 3rd build. My first build is a two-way slasher, so it's a slasher primary, lockdown secondary. And I just like to go to the park and have fun with that thing. I'll probably drop a highlight tape within the next week of that guy on the park, doing alley-oop dunks and all that. As you can see, we're down 8 though. And my other build is a point forward sharpshooter primary. And my goal was to make it like a Kevin Durant build, but a little bit shorter so I could actually move. But I still didn't do enough research to give my guy good enough ball control, good enough three-point rating, or good enough speed. So it's like a really, really awkward build. And the only reason I've used it was because I didn't have this legendary 6'10 pure sharp Chris Bosh build. That's why I'm number 4. This is more of a Raptors Chris Bosh, and that's why I gave him the ponytail. And he did have more of like a shaggy kind of braided haircut when he was there, but I couldn't find it. And he had this for a short stint in Toronto. So I just went with this. Keep things simple, not overcomplicate it, you know. I'm not dying to make my guy look exactly like him, especially with this year's awful creative player system. So, yeah, this first half, as you can see, the highlights were kind of slim. Like, it wasn't like ankle breakers left and right, lobs left and right, but it was more like a solid competitive pro-am game. Right here, we're getting on Dub City for reaching with 5 seconds. Like, no point, but he'll make up for it with a dime to money. Money will finish it off easily, fall down for fun. Because, you know, that's what we do over here at iTRY. We ball out for fun. Big bottle brand, BBB. No, I'm just playing. iTRY for days, though. See, as you can see, Black Gorilla. I want to show you guys that buzzer beater one more time. Dime! And then big man going up, and we fall down for fun. Yeah, we like to flop when it doesn't matter. I thought that full court shot was almost going to go in. But, you know, Black Gorilla, player of the half. My guy went 5 for 5. I was not very happy with myself, and don't expect me to be some guy at halftime who fixes all of his problems, because I was not in this one. Another thing is they got 3 blocks on us. We have 0 blocks on them. But the rest of the game is pretty even. I think that's ultimately just the difference between the 3 points. It's not like a huge deal. But it's something we definitely like to have. And Death Bomber just pulls up from Limitless whenever he wants to, which is a great thing to have on your team. Here I am, D'ing him up. I did it right that time, but I get caught jumping, and that was an awkward bank shot. Moving on a few possessions later. They got the ball. Center, driving it right at our center, and just bullies him. Just absolutely bullies him. And then I get a bad block attempt for trying to help. And that's just kind of, like, see, he only has 3 rebounds in the third quarter, which isn't a whole lot. But we just kind of felt like he was just such a large presence. Like, we couldn't really get anything going. Like, Dub City, he still got a playmaker part to him. But he couldn't get the drive game going due to the monster center and just the fact that he doesn't have the highest finishing. But who needs to drive when you can just pull up like that? So, yeah, we kept things pretty casual throughout this game. We weren't really uptight until, like, buzzers went off, like I said in the second quarter. Like, we were all worried. And then at the end of the third quarter, we get all worried. And then at the end of the fourth quarter, we get all worried. Like, but well, I'd say the whole fourth quarter we're a little bit uptight. But the rest of the game we're kind of nonchalant. Like, just pull up, do whatever. Let's try and just trade buckets. Kind of like the NBA teams. You just trade buckets till the fourth quarter. And then you got about 5 minutes left in the game. And then you see who the better basketball team is. Great steal from the AI. I was like, oh, there's another easy 2. That really helped us keep our momentum. Speaking of momentum, we're going to swing it around, and defensive 3 in the key. So, I mean, talk about momentum. You can't get a defensive 3 in the key. That just gives us free points. Couldn't capitalize very greatly. And then, as you can see, I do a great job of rebounding and helping on defense as my man picks up yet another 2 points on an easy layup. He didn't really struggle with me much, but at the same time, he didn't pull a lot of shots. I thought that was like some sort of tip-in. I don't know what was going on there, but we got the ball nonetheless. Tomorrow I'll probably be coming out with an old Madden Draft Champs video. It's really old. It's from like the first couple weeks of Madden. So like I don't have like none of the new Team of the Week guys or anything, but since I'm starting up this YouTube thing again, I figured why not just pull out the Madden video, have some fun with that, and then I'll probably, depending on how much gameplay I can get in the next couple days, I might have a Pro-Am video, but for sure I have a highlight reel, like I said, set up, and I have another Madden game set up. So depending on what happens, great screen right there, and I get fouled. Oh, I wanted that in one. So yeah, I mean, I love Pro-Am, and I've always loved it. I loved it all last year. I always tried to convince all my friends to play, and they were all like, no, no, no. Let's just go play Park. So I just, until this past summer, we didn't really play Pro-Am, but me and a couple of my friends recruited some guys, played over the summer, had a lot of fun playing Pro-Am, and kind of got me into watching YouTube Pro-Am. So I watched Waffle Man. He only plays walk-on though. I'm trying to recruit him. So Waffle Man, if you happen to watch this video, I want you on my team. And I also watch K-Spade. That's how I'm kind of editing this video, trying to make it look like his. He's probably the best Pro-Am YouTuber out there. YouTube's best kept secret. Anyway, so now to the best part of the game, those last 3 minutes I was talking about, where everybody starts to get serious, and this big man stayed serious as he was just dominating us with 13 points. And yeah, that's right, he grabbed like 7 boards through the middle of the third quarter, the middle of the fourth quarter, which is just way too many for 5 minutes. And then Death pulling up, and they're going on a run, and this was the part where I was like, man, we need to start kicking it in earlier, but it's okay because we pick up a stop. Great pass, and we're going to blap that one in. No biggie. So, like I said, this is the part where I start to get a little bit more aggressive. I start to look for my shot. I'll be honest, it was a little selfish of me, but honestly, our team needed it, and we weren't getting it out of anyone, including myself. Well, Dub City was giving it to us a little bit, but almost too much. Like, someone else needed to come take some shots for him, so he wasn't getting so tired. Sorry, Dub. But anyway, good little driving kick. Death Bomber for 3, and another miss. So, there you see me running the crowd again. Thank God for that turnover, because they keep getting these opportunities to put us out of the game. See, 7 points, 8 points up with 90 seconds left. That's basically the game. But we keep giving them these opportunities to do it, and then they do something dumb, like throw a full court pass or go up against 2 guys in the paint. So now we're going to try and feed the big. He's got that post scoring, and then we're going to kick it out. And in the fourth quarter, my guys stopped playing defense on me. I felt like, look at me in the corner. And, you know, blap, easy money. Bang. You know what to do. Anyway, you know I got the little arm sleeve like Chris Bosh. The little right arm band. Oh, if he would have dunked that, that would have been game. So glad. That was such a good foul, but it is his fourth, so we end up going to overtime in this thing. He can't be fouling for the rest of the game. So if we're intentionally fouling, we're going to have someone else do it. That's what we were talking about right now. But anyway, Dub's just taking over. He doesn't care. He's going to beat your whole team. Death's got the ball. I'm open. Oh. And then Dub's got the ball again. Oh. Tip ball off the backboard. I'm wide open. And Dub calls for it. And brick. He gets kind of a free pass on this game, considering he pretty much carried us to this point with his playmaking and jumpers from the line. But instead of fouling with a 4-point deficit, Death steals it and blap! Blap, blap, blap! That's all we needed. We're back in this thing. And then you gotta foul at that point. Pure Shark's not getting 2 steals in a row. So there's Dub. He's just gonna pull up green. And you know what it is. We're in this thing. We're winning this thing. Trying to get this steal. Oh, he passed it to the center. That's how scared he was. Little scared boy. 7 seconds. Trying to penetrate. And there's the center. No, he hits the dunk, and it's a 2-point game, 3 seconds. They're set on defense. So some people like to just run the fast break in that situation, but we didn't. There's Dub, wide open, his man's asleep. Limitless range, green! You know that's how we do it. We take dubs only. What a shot from Dub City. Go ahead, pass it in. Steal. That's game. That's game. We did a good job. My guy ended up going 7 for 7, but it was better than what he was on track for. As you can see, Dub only went 10 for 23, but ultimately carried us. Our field goal percentage was really good, but it's almost better to not be as good. Honestly, though, I think our issue was the defense, which we're going to pick up once we get you guys to get on our team. We need a fifth. Someone please hit me up ASAP. And until next time, I'm out.